In the course of protecting the security of a nation, governments must often make choices that are best kept away from public notice. Society being what it is, people are wont to believe that everyone has some innate good within them, and that when necessary, they will do the right thing. Those who choose public service, however, whether it be through law enforcement or political office, soon learn the truth, that even the finest examples of men and women are capable of horrific acts under the right circumstances, while the worst examples view those acts as nothing more than taking care of business. Such people are often beyond redemption, and in many cases they are far enough ahead of the rest of society that they avoid being detected, exposed, and caught. While it may be obvious to some of us that they are evil, the vast majority of society never sees it, and so would never sanction the kind of action that is necessary to eliminate such evil. For this reason, such actions are carried out by shadows, people who do not exist as far as society is concerned. Every nation has had such people, including the supposedly civilized Western nations. Over the years, the United States of America has publicly denied the existence of assassins within the ranks of the CIA and FBI, which it can do because the alphabet soup groups that are known to the American people honestly do not engage in such things, or at least only when there is absolutely no other alternative at the moment when such action must be taken. Instead, there is a special organization that is so secret that even most of the government knows nothing about it than that it does exist, including some of those alphabet soup groups. Whenever one of those organizations comes upon an individual whose departure from the world would leave it a notably better place, a request must be filed through a highly secure computer network. The request must include as much information about the person or persons to be eliminated as possible, an explanation in great detail as to why the requesting organization believes it necessary to resort to elimination, and a projection of the benefits to society if the request is granted. That request will be delivered to a single person who has demonstrated a capacity for common sense and a willingness to accept responsibility. She alone will determine whether the request will be granted or denied, and if it is granted, she will assign the mission to eliminate the target or targets to one of several teams that work for her. These teams specialize in doing just that, eliminating those persons whose presence in the world can no longer be tolerated. Her name is Allison Peterson, and she runs a nearly invisible department known as E&E, which stands for Elimination and Eradication. This department was established under a secret order from the President of the United States and given absolute autonomy. Allison alone can grant or deny requests for elimination, and no one, not even the President, can order her to approve one. The missions she assigns are carried out by teams that normally consist of only 4 people. One, the team leader, is the assassin. He or she is aided in missions by 3 support specialists: transportation, intelligence, and muscle. Each team is named after something from mythology, which has led to her department getting the nickname of Neverland. Noah Wolf is Allison's star pupil, recruited because of something that most people would consider a character flaw, but which she saw as potentially the greatest strength any assassin could have. When he was only a child, Noah Foster was present when his father murdered his mother and then committed suicide. Something inside the 7-year-old boy broke, and from that day on, he had been completely without emotion or conscience of any kind. He would probably have found himself in an institution not long after that tragedy, but for the help of a genius friend who he met in foster care. Her name was Molly, and she was one of those rare children with an IQ so high that it was almost impossible to measure.